This is Jam Nation.
With Jonesy and Amanda.
You know what's annoying? A lot of things are annoying. I'll go to bed. I say to Harley, I'm off to bed. I'm just going to read for a while. And for the next hour and a half, I'm just watching reels, TikTok reels.
Yeah, TikTok.
TikTok. I don't know. I watch dog rescues.
Yep.
Dogs are on the side of the road and suddenly they're in loving families.
Yep.
I watch people make salads.
The salad TikTok. I'm watching welding.
Welding?
Just welding. Because I did a bit of welding as a job and I never mastered it. So I just
I've
watched
seen Scott Morrison weld.
Yeah. I was better than him. But just there's nothing more satisfying if you're welding, and welders will get this, when you get a perfect bead going. It's a perfect. You've got a good arc, and the molten metal is just a river of molten, and it just goes and it's a perfect bead, and it's not a bird poo weld. It's beautiful. It's just nice.
Well, I've suddenly then got onto this theme of it's really sad of this poem or someone saying this is really hard, but you're watching their dog pass away, saying I've got to get used to the fact that I'll have to remember you longer than I've known you. Really sad. And people use that and put pictures of themselves, film themselves crying as their dogs are being put down. Yeah. And it must be because I've watched a few that the algorithm thinks she likes that. And so suddenly that's what I'm getting.
Now you just got dogs passing away.
But I do like the hacks. How to get stones out of stone fruit was one I saw recently.
Yes, I saw that one.
And then I saw one that didn't seem so palatable.
Disconnect here that you can remove the toilet seat, clean it underneath, and throw the whole toilet seat in the dishwasher.
So that's what we doing now. All right. I ain't coming over to your house for Thanksgiving if it's going to be like that.
So this is what happened. The person takes the toilet seat off and they show you how.
Yeah.
And then they put it in the dishwasher with other plates and things.
Yeah. You got to do a separate load at least.
No, even then, once the E. coli is spinning around, I'm going to have to put a flamethrower into that dishwasher.
Yeah, no.
No, you wouldn't do that. Tell me you would not put your toilet seat in your dishwasher.
Why would you? Don't bother. You just get your wife to clean it. Ay.
Can I ask you this?
Yes, ma'am.
How, and I've often wondered, how do you clean a toilet brush?
Well, you don't. You just chuck it out.
Do you?
Yeah, you chuck them out.
But how do you chuck it out?
Well, you just put it in the bin.
Drips everywhere.
No, you take the receptacle and the brush, or a plastic bag in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm an authority on this. Straight in, straight to the bin.
Right.
Outside bin, not the kitchen bin.
Right.
Outside.
Okay.
Or your neighbour's bin.
The other version. A friend of mine was in a homeware store.
Here we go.
And a woman was buying a new glamorous toilet brush. And she said,
there's such a thing?
Apparently so. And she said, yes, time to get a new one. I used to just put the old one in the dishwasher.
No.
Everyone who heard it, it's like their bones melted. Everyone in the shop just went, ugh.
But a toilet brush is really cheap. My wife, she gets us to replace all the toilet seats when we buy a new house.
Does she?
Yeah.
Does she?
Yeah, and they're not cheap.
You don't like to be where you're like a royal family.
I don't mind.
You won't put your bottom where other people's bottoms have been.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. You know,
Will Helen use a public toilet?
Well, that's what I say to her. I say, do you ever use a public toilet? I got to admit, she doesn't really go out that much. So
maybe that's
she's
why.
like Howard Hughes at home.
She's bottling her urine.
And the fingernails.
Well, we've all learnt something.
We've all learned something. How to get a good weld going.